Thank you for asking. Good morning, everyone. Dana Williamson here with B.A.D, Blessed Anointed Destined LLC, the original B.A.D Queen of the Round Table. I am so excited to be with you guys today. My apologies. Today, I woke up saying, I'm just going to get out of the house. I'm going to go to office number 3, skip office number 2, take these cheesecakes and strawberry cake I made. Good morning, viewer. Thank you so much for joining. I'm out the house. That's what I'm doing. So if it looks like I'm a little more dressed down than usual, it's because I can do that. So good morning, everyone. Again, I am Dana Williamson with B.A.D, Blessed Anointed Destined LLC, the original B.A.D Queen of the Round Table. Some of you might be wondering, hey, I've never seen you on this platform this way. Guess why? Those of you that are watching through the Royal Court, which is my Facebook group, I am coming live on HAPS TV. If you comment or anything in the group, I'm not going to see your name, so you're going to have to subscribe, like, or whatnot to my channel on HAPS TV. But I want to say for joining. So I am on my way to office number 3, and today is follow-up Friday. As you guys notice, I'm coming back to HAPS more frequently, and one of the main reasons why is we'll go back to Monday when Instagram and Facebook were down, just like shut down for like 6 hours, and people were scrambling. Businesses were scrambling. Businesses were pulling their hair out. Small businesses were like, "What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?" And it's funny because I tried not to laugh, but I did. I tried not to laugh, but I did. And the reason why is because I have been telling people for years to utilize all of their social media platforms, all of them. Even if you're not there every day, utilize them. Utilize Twitter, utilize LinkedIn, utilize. And then at the Game Changer event a few months ago, my speaker, Tamiko Perryman, drove it home. Utilize your social media profiles. This is what you do. This is how you do it. This is how you connect to people. So when I look at this problem that happened, both she and I, and she more recently because she's building her business, have been talking about social media and the importance of it. But let me tell you the importance of it and how it can negatively affect you if you use it wrong. Those of us that use social media for building business, promoting others, even for ministry. If there is anything derogatory, that one post that you post that is derogatory towards everything will shut down everything else that you said that is positive, uplifting, business wise, ministry wise. It will shut down everything. And one of the things that I really want to say to all of you, and I swear this better not fall, is that when you don't use your social media effectively, you use it like Facebook. People will say, "Well, Facebook is just Facebook. It's just about jokes." Not for those of us who use it for business. We don't play those kind of games. We don't play jokes. We don't do that kind of stuff. I know I don't do that kind of stuff. Now I might do some private investigating on Facebook, but that's just what I do. That's just who I am. Deal with it. But then too, when we know that we're trying to build something, we go where most of the people are. Because of the fallout, y'all, every time I come through that block right there, it always seems like I'm going through a tornado. Now, dealing with the fallout and the blackout, actually, with Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp, and it's funny that Snapchat wasn't part of that. Nonetheless, because of those three things, those three platforms shutting down for most of the day on Monday, you have to decide, where am I going to move myself? And this is where the follow-up I really want to come from. You have to decide that you're going to move yourself from being in the places where everyone is to creating a place where people can find you. Let me say that again. Stop being in the places where everyone is and start creating places where people can find you. So again, if you're on Instagram consistently and that's your greatest platform for your business. Well, you know what? Start making those videos and get on TikTok. Start making those 30-second videos or 8-second videos and utilize your Snapchat. Stop being in places where people can find you because that's where they are, and start creating the places. You know what? Shake up the algorithm. Do what you need to do to promote you. Do what you need to do to get out there. When you think about what you want to gain, not just what you want to give, but what you want to gain, you have to think about, what are you going to do? How are you going to do it? What are you going to say to people? How are you going to utilize all of those different things? What in the world happened to Facebook and Instagram on Monday? And will it happen again? Definitely will happen again, because I just saw something recently. I just saw something last night, I believe, on Facebook. Somebody posted about the banks in the UK were glitching very badly. But here's the problem with that. They also said that the night before, the US banks were doing the same thing, showing that people didn't have money in the banks, you couldn't get your money, blah 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 blah. No one heard about this. Hey viewers, hey Alicia, hey. No one no one knew about this. No one, it was not broadcast as widespread and majorly as Facebook and Instagram. Why is that? If I couldn't get my money from my bank on Wednesday, UK couldn't get their money on Thursday. Everything is always connected to a bigger picture. Everything. So the blackout with Facebook and Instagram shows us we cannot be dependent on certain platforms to do what we need to do in promoting our businesses, even sharing our ministries. The non-information about the banks and the issues that they had, that too goes back to a lot of things I said over the years, where we cannot be dependent on having our monies in the bank, because if something happens that we can't get at our money, what are we going to do? We still have to listen. Your job is not going to care that you did not show up because you couldn't get your money at the bank. Why I ain't had no gas in my car? Gotta get a ride, walk. Your business, especially if you have internet at home and you can run your business from home, your business is not going to stop looking for you to show up just because you couldn't get that money out of the bank. So we have to look at the fact that we need to have other resources. We need to have other services that we do for ourselves that we can share with others. I've been working on something for the past 2 months, and I've been looking at it like, why is this not turning out the way I want to, so I can show this to other people? Well, it just so happened that my faith didn't match with my process. That's a whole nother conversation we're not going to have today. So I want to just today again is Follow Up Friday, and I'm following up to everything that happened this week. I do want to say thank you to all of you that read my 2 blog posts that I updated this week. Because Facebook and Instagram was down, I was like, wait a minute, let me go where I have not been in the past couple of weeks. And I wrote a couple of blogs on badddanamarie.com. Please go over there and read them. I also am trying to utilize my Snapchat better, because I now have it so that you can subscribe to me. I also looked at my Twitter and I'm like, how much fun can I have on Twitter? So yes, today is Follow Up Friday, and I'm following up to that. I'm also following up to some things that I talked about at a meet and greet for the Milwaukee Business Divas Business Expo that they're having next week. One of the head of the Milwaukee Business Divas, wants to publish a book pretty soon. And I am so wanting to help her do that. I am so in a position to really want to help her do that. But the type of book she has doesn't go along the guidelines of Destin Publishing House. But it does go along the guidelines of another publishing company I have and actually it's not even my publishing company. It's a publishing company that kind of tied me on as a consultant, that I would love to get her published over there to help her get her book published, regardless of whatever. And I'm excited about that. And I'm putting that in to follow up Friday because at the end of the day, we all have to know that we're putting forth our best efforts, not just for us in building businesses, but for other people. I could say so much to all of you about, some of the horrible things that have happened in my life, some of the horrible things that I've had to deal with this whole year. And I could really, really, go in and get all that sympathy and all that, ooh, and be more transparent than I should be. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to look at all the people that I know, all the people that I've met this year, and I'm going to say, Lord, we all need an answer on how to continuously build our businesses. What have you put in my hands so that I can help them? And so with that, I'm going to say to you, utilize all of your resources, utilize all of your services, all of the things that you haven't been doing, go and utilize them. Listen, when Facebook and Instagram went down, TikTok was like, we here. Twitter was like, hey. LinkedIn was like, we always been here. We ain't got to say nothing. So consider yourselves blessed when you have other platforms or profiles somewhere. And just because Facebook and Instagram shut down doesn't mean that that stopped you. I'm praying that it didn't because the show didn't stop me. I went and made graphics for Black Friday. I wrote blogs. I read books. I worked in office number 3. Truth of the matter is that we all do everything, and again we show up where the people are, but because of what happened, I would like to see you create spaces and pull people into where you are. Shake up the algorithm, find some new friends, find some new colleagues, do what you got to do, make that money, build that business. And then I have a couple of things I'd like you to do for me. If you're in the Milwaukee area, I would love to see you at the Milwaukee Business Divas and Dons Business Expo, which is next week, Saturday, October 16th, from I believe it's 11 o'clock in the morning to about 8 o'clock at night. We are having a full business event. And when I say business event, it is vendors. Music, dancing, speakers. I will be there speaking about social media etiquette. And don't get it twisted. I am not taking anything from one of my speakers who was Tamiko Perryman, who was at the Game Changer event, not how to use social media, but the etiquette on when you show up. So come hear me talk about that. It'll be after 3 o'clock on that Saturday because as an entrepreneur, as a nana, as a mom, as a person who has more than one office, I'll be working office number 2. I'll be showing up for my grandson's basketball game. No, football game. Lord Jesus, he's going to play basketball too. Whew. Football game, as well as going to be at that event. So listen, I would love for you to be there, but I'd also love for you, if you're not part of any of my business groups, join me. Join me. Find me. Hey viewers, thank you all so much for joining. Again, let me say this. If you are not following me on Habs TV and you comment on this video, I'm not going to be able to see your name. So I'm going to need you to subscribe to Habs. I'm going to need you to follow me at Bad Coach Dana here on Facebook, as well as follow my YouTube channel because a lot of things will be there as well. I am working on something with the publishing company that I have, and which is I'm trying to finish 2 books in this Demia Willis series. This is the limited edition. This is part 1 through 5. I'm showing this because I have a call to action for you. God has me reading my own book, part 6. And part 6 has given me a lot of revelation on some things that God has called me to do. And I am so, I don't even know what to tell you, but I'm there. Nonetheless, I would love for 10 people to buy this book. For every, and you can get it from me for, you can get this book from me for only $18. It is $25 on Amazon plus shipping. You can get it from me for $18 and $8 shipping. Um, for every this is what I want to do. For every 10 books sold, I want to give 10 away. But God is saying, buy one, get one half off, and give us the address to send it to someone else. Um, and we'll do that with no extra shipping or anything like that. And the reason why I want to do this is because when I first wrote Demia Willis, when I first wrote the first two installations, and I gave it to two of the people who are really prevalent in this book, they got the ministry side, they got the spiritual side of what was released to them through God. No one ever said, "Oh, this book is great," "Oh, this book is wonderful," and yada yada yada. They said, "You know what? I heard God say," and what I want to do is give, and what I want to do is provide for somebody else something for God, for something for God to say to them. Demia Willis, it's Christian fiction in a totally different light, and this is my copy, so this is why it's all kind of this is my copy because I'm always in it because God always directs me to be in it, and so I am actually taking this book into office number 3 because I need to look up something that the Lord dropped in my spirit yesterday, and I'm not exactly sure what that is, but I'm going to do it nonetheless. Buy one of these, get one half off. The first 5 people to buy this one at $18, you'll get one free. So you'll get that one instead of getting half off, you'll get it free. For the first 5 people that get this at $18, all you have to do is comment wherever, make sure I know your name, or on message me on Instagram or message me on Facebook. And if you want this book at $18, I will get another one. You'll get another one in your name, and I will ship that one out to whomever you want it to go to. It has to be shipped out to someone else. Both books will not be shipped to you. Let me know. God bless. Again, thank you so much for joining Dana with Bad and Combos with the